Pioneers must complete two critical tasks to transition from the Pi network's enclosed mainnet to the open mainnet. The first is the KYC procedure. This includes providing proof of identity as well as address verification. This ensures that Pi is only used for legitimate purposes and protects against illegal activities like fraud or money laundering. In today's video, I'll give you a complete guide to the Pi network migration and tell you about recent Pi network predictions and how you can still become a millionaire through the Pi network. I did a lot of research for today's video, so make sure you watch it all the way through to stay up to date on the progress of the Pi network. Welcome to the Crypto Market channel, where you can find the most recent Pi network news. This is the place to be if you're interested in anything about the Pi network. Subscribe to keep up with the latest Pi network news, predictions, and crypto world. Please click the like button if you want us to send you more Pi network news. Finally, add the Pi network to the moon in the comments below. After completing the KYC process, you must migrate from the enclosed main network to the open main network. You will need to download a MYPIE wallet and move your Picoins to it, change your node type from enclosed to open, and create a seed phrase for backup purposes as part of this process. Finally, you will be asked to develop your utilities and contribute to an ecosystem where people can easily use Pi coins for transactions and investments. This includes growing marketplaces where users can buy goods with their Pi coins and assisting in developing applications that make it easier for people to transact in cryptocurrency. Steps to take to accelerate the open mainnet launch. To ensure the successful launch of the open mainnet, pioneers must follow the steps outlined in the Pi Day announcement. The following steps have been listed to expedite the open mainnet launch. KYC verification. Each pioneer must pass the KYC verification process outlined by governors or risk being unable to vote or govern the network once it is open. Mainnet migration. All pioneers must migrate their accounts from the enclosed mainnet to the main open net. Governance and utility creation. To help build an ecosystem for Pi's network, utility pioneers is encouraged to create tokens, projects and platforms that use it. Ecosystem development. Assist in increasing Pi adoption by collaborating with other pioneers and community members to create content, services, and businesses that use Pi's network utility. These tasks will help ensure that when Pi Network's mainnet officially launches, it is ready for use by everyone who wants to help build a decentralized future for digital currency and payments. Infrastructure. Detailed guide to the KYC process. Pi Network's KYC process is critical to your experience. Pi Network requires a KYC process too. The transition from the enclosed to the open mainnet. This process aims to verify individual identities and ensure that laws and regulations are followed. To complete your KYC process. For the Pi network, you must install the Pi app and create an account by entering your name, email address, and phone number to prove your identity. Bring valid identification documents, ID, or passport. Wait for the Pi team to complete your identity verification. Sign a user agreement acknowledging that you agree to abide by Pi Network's terms and conditions. Finally, provide a photocopy of your ID passport to prove your identity. Once you've completed these steps, you can participate in open mainnet activities like mining, collecting rewards, and sending and receiving money globally. You should have no trouble transitioning from the enclosed mainnet to becoming an active member of the Pi community on the open mainnet. If you follow these step-by-step guide instructions for migrating to the open mainnet, migrating to the open mainnet is critical to the Pi network's goal. KYC completion, mainnet migration, and utility creation are all essential tasks for pioneers to complete. What you need to know about the mainnet migration is as follows. KYC. I know your customer's KYC process will be required. This procedure requires you to provide basic information such as your name, email address, and phone number. The KYC process is critical for verifying users and ensuring no unauthorized activities occur on the network. After completing your KYC process, you will be asked to follow specific instructions to migrate your data from the enclosed mainnet to the open platform. These are the instructions. Connecting with other Pi network users on social media platforms or online forums, as well as performing basic maintenance tasks like managing security settings and keeping software up to date. You are downloading and installing the most recent version of the Pi Wallet PY browser, establishing a secure recovery phrase for your wallet, transferring your enclave's balance into the open mainnet, and verifying your new wallet address in your current bank account. These instructions will assist you in making a smooth transition from the enclosed mainnet to the open platform so that you can begin using all of its features as soon as possible. We are building an ecosystem and creating utility. The Pi network is determined to build an open mainnet and provide more excellent utility to its pioneer users. To accomplish this, the network has specified several tasks that each user must complete. Pioneers must create various protocols within the enclosed mainnet to create a utility to achieve their goals. These protocols use the distributed ledger, technology, and digital assets provided by Pi. Furthermore, these protocols should contribute to the project's goal of developing a financial infrastructure that supports crypto payments and other activities. Create an ecosystem. The Pi network also wants its users to create a thriving ecosystem. As a result, pioneers should consider developing projects that allow them to showcase their skills, build tools, and share data. Furthermore, pioneers must work to encourage others to join the community and actively participate in the network's expansion. This will increase utility for users who want to take advantage of everything Pi offers. The fact that a specific coin controls the mainnet has several implications. Each coin has its method of reaching a consensus. Bitcoin, for example, employs BTF Byzantine fault tolerance, whereas Ripple and Stellar Lumen employ SCP Stellar Consensus Protocol. Because these coins are powered by the mainnet, they have this one-of-a-kind technology. However, only about 50 coins are listed on different exchanges and have a mainnet. Because the rest of the coins lack their own consensus method, that is, the mainnet. The consensus method must be borrowed from one of the other coins on which the mainnet has been established. When adequately expressed, these coins are classified as tokens. However, because these concepts are complex for the general public to grasp, they are all referred to as coins for ease of expression. Because the Pi network has not yet completed the mainnet, it must borrow the consensus method from among the coins that have already established the mainnet. Pi chose the SCP. Ripple and Stellar Lumen has and is building the mainnet around it. The mainnet will be completed by the end of 2023, according to the Pieser team. If everything goes as planned, the Pi will have its proprietary technology. This has a significant implication that Pi will no longer evolve into a token but a coin. The Pi network is currently conquering the mainnet technologies one by one, and the process is going very well. There is a rumor that mining will be halted once the mainnet is completed, so mining should be completed as soon as possible. It also implies that the Pi will have its value and a significant advantage in entering the market. That's all for now. I appreciate your presence about the Pi currency IOUs or the Pi network in general. If you want to take advantage of any future Pi network developments, including my upcoming film, please leave your questions or comments below. Any future changes will be covered, so remember to like, subscribe, and enable notifications. I'll see you in another video of mine.